BBC say 250 fighters were permitted to leave Raqqa. They got out with 3,500 family members to ISIS-controlled territory. Now, the report says their convoy included nearly 50 rented trucks, 13 buses, and more than 100 ISIS vehicles. 10 trucks were loaded with weapons. The BBC says the U.S. and British-led coalition knew about the deal brokered by Syrian democratic forces, and they actually monitored the exodus. Here's an excerpt of Quentin Somerville's report.
The world was told only a few dozen local fighters were being let go. No foreigners and no weapons. But the trucks were crammed full of fighters, some wearing suicide belts. All were heavily armed. After days of searching, we picked up the trail at a truck stop on the outskirts of Tabqa. Here we discovered the drivers, all civilians who drove IS to freedom. They'd been hired by the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces. It was the longest journey of their lives. Their trucks were rigged with IS bombs in case the deal collapsed. They'd been told they were picking up only a few hundred civilians, that it would be a quick job. They ended up driving day and night for 3 days. This couldn't look like the Islamic State's escape to victory. So the SDF insisted there would be no flags and no banners. Instead, IS fighters sat boldly on top of the trucks. The axle on one lorry broke. It was so overloaded with IS weaponry.
The Pentagon spokesman says the United States was not part of this deal, but the spokesman also points out the U.S. was not prepared to bomb buses full of women and children.